Krita comes with thousands of filters. This filter is amazing. I'm just going to show you some of the features of this filter. Let's start with Edit and Fill with Black. Go with Filter and Start Gmic QT. With that, go down here to Patterns and then this one, Hito Masashi. This is a brilliant filter, loads and loads of functionality, and let's explore the first one here, 1 string or 2 string. You've got here 2 string. You can see straight away by just changing that, it results in a different image. If you want to set it back to the default at any point, simply go here, just go up the top. Now, I found this, the randomize feature, doesn't seem to work particularly well. Not with all the features, doesn't seem to do anything in fact. Just be aware of that. Maybe it's just my version. Okay, this is the default version. I think that's pretty complex, very hard to work out, but you can vary it. Let's just push it to the max. Now, unfortunately, the max in this is up to 20. You can't enter anything more. So if you put 50 there, it puts it back to 5, which is a pity. It would be nice if you could extend it beyond that. But 20 is the limit there. You can also change it to 2 strings and you get that result. So you can combine it. Got symmetry options, so symmetry A, and you will get that. So it's a symmetrical design. You can see if you put that into a pattern design, you could then use that as a symmetrical pattern tile. It would be seamless. And there's a couple of options here, symmetry C and so on. You can also modify here to resize, so you can resize it, but I'm just going to go with the inside. You can also change the background color. This is obviously white around here. You can change that here, background color. You'll notice because I've got 2 strings, I've got 2 strings here. You can reset them at any point just by clicking here. There's the reset, exactly the same as the top bit. There's also randomized string A. So let's just click there. And then by just clicking that, randomized string B, and you can see that changes. You just can keep clicking it. Loads and loads of options, variations on this. And also you can randomize both. And you can see, again, all these symmetrical designs that are generated very quickly. Something like that. You can also, if you want, just go and enter a value manually. And I'm just going to put, like, say, 10. And it will span this out. And you get this sort of design, which I think is a nice linear design. You can also do the same here. So 10 here. And then you get this sort of diagonal design, which I think is quite nice. Now, at the moment, it's duotone. You can see the duotone here. And I find it slightly difficult sometimes because of the grey here, to actually scroll this down. But you can just see, just on the side, just scroll it down. And then you can try out some of the other options here. And they're quite powerful. So if you want to change the colour here, you don't have to go with that. You maybe go with green. Click OK, and you get that. Click there and go with, say, red or brown. Get that. You can also modify the border size. Let's increase that. And you can see, just pushing it up like that, you get really nice thin line designs with the black background, which you can also modify. So click here and maybe go with purple and click OK and so on. You can see you can create a variety of different designs just by changing these 3 or 4 colours involved in this. What you can then do is you can then go and change some of these other ones, modes. There's a few more modes than just this. So go here, base binary, which I think is pretty powerful, nice black and white, really strong design there. And again, you can always click and randomize to get a variety of designs. Grayscale, and you can see a lovely grayscale design there. And you can manipulate the grey. Let's just change that, just tweak that. And you can see as you change that, obviously it goes up to 255, 0. And likewise, you can do the grey B, just change that. Unfortunately, there's no randomization feature. That would be nice. And there. And also border size, you can of course tweak that and change that and so on to create variety of designs with that black and white and grey. Also just tweak this and you can see you get that sort of design as well. Very tense black and white. Now, what you can also do is some colour into it. So monotone, you've got that. I think that's quite dramatic. Again, you can change the colour here and go with, say, orange. Something like that. Go with duotone. But also palette. Palette creates lovely gradient effects. So you've got this lovely gradient black all the way through to white. And you can see here predefined palettes. You can change that. Maybe go for random instead. So you get this lovely colour of reds, purples, etc. And you can randomize this. So go through this number of colors, increase that. And you can see as you do that, it will get, maybe there's a certain limit, it won't randomize, but just put it down a bit like that. Overall speed, just change that. And you can click here and randomize it that way just by clicking here. Also, you've got continuous, doesn't seem to have much effect. And then also shift. And you can see you can change that. And again, you've got more options, predefined pattern. There's a load of options here that you can explore, random and so on. General, overall, reverse, stray, a number of colors. So you can tweak these, all these kinds of settings can be changed. Now, some seem to have an effect depending obviously on the other options that have been set. So sometimes something doesn't seem to work. The probable reason is that it clashes with something else. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't seem to randomize up here. Don't know why. It seems to not work. But also what you've got input layers. You've got all active and below and so on. So if you've got maybe multiple layers, you could probably use that to great effect as well. And you can see you've got other ones here, cropped viewpoints. You can modify these. You can remove, such like that. And then you can manipulate this and then create even more designs. There's a lot of functionality in this feature. Unfortunately, there's no output option. I would love to see that, but that's one of those things. Doesn't generate a layer for you with this design. That would be brilliant if it did. But let's click OK at this point. So you get this design, which I think is a pretty colourful design, but you can, of course, combine it. You can use other filters as well. So filter and go down here, maybe blur and Gaussian blur. So Gaussian blur, you can just do a quick blur. And I'm just going to go with a blur like that to create a lovely sort of beautiful blur design, colourful design like that. Well, what you can also do is now go again to layer and new and add paint layer. So add another paint layer. Then you can fill it, edit and fill. I always like to start with something. So like that. And then go to filter, start gmic again. You get this design. Now I don't want this one, but I can again randomize options. So I can just randomize these to create a unique design. Now this is going to be hit and miss because of course the designs, you might create one design and you're going to try and combine it, but I'm just showing you can have options like this where you've got the palette, you've got random gradients. You might go with that and then click OK again. So you've got that fills that. Now you can go up here to blend modes and you can run through lighten. So you've got that blurry effect with combined above. And likewise, you could change something else. Things. Let's just go for darken instead. That one, binary, and HSL, and so on. You can try out all these options. There are so many blend modes within. I don't think I've ever explored every single option of these things, like difference and so on. There's even more within here. Equivalence, another one. Sometimes has more or less the same effect. An overlay. And you can see the result there of creating some pretty unique, unusual colour pattern designs in Krita. Hope you found this of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Have you ever used this filter? Are there other filters you would like me to explore and see how you can build up some more complex designs from those? And of course, these designs can be combined with other features of Krita, maybe selections, maybe using layer effects and so on to create truly unique designs. A like or dislike, always appreciated. And also please subscribe to the channel. Always adding new videos about Krita all the time. Bye.